What's up? So I know this is not my normal setting. Typically you'd find me in a boat somewhere at a lake fishing. I know this is way different than normal. However, I recently purchased a new bit of gear to film and create my YouTube videos with. And it got me to thinking. Over all the years that I've been doing this, all the different gear I've used, I've never once done an unboxing or any kind of a review on a product that was like tech-based. Now don't get me wrong, this is not going to be a full comprehensive review. This is more of an unboxing, but I thought it would be interesting to give a beginner, a noob like me, that's never used this kind of product ever, give their perspective to you guys, especially if you're looking to purchase one in the future. It would be something that you would be able to watch this and maybe it'll ease you into it a little bit more. But I just wanted to give like kind of my pros and cons on it. What was easy, what was hard, how to get things set up, that sort of thing. As well as a full unboxing to show you what it comes with. And with that, let's get into it. This is the DJI Mavic Air 2. Check it out. I want to explain to you that in no uncertain terms am I a professional, am I an expert at any of this, nor is this going to be a fully technical comprehensive review. If you want that, there's tons of videos out there about that. This is basically from a beginner's standpoint and a noob standpoint on these drones and what my experiences have been. So with that, let's get into it. Let's open it up. Ooh, nice case. Now I'm not going to pretend like I haven't already opened it. You guys will see I completely have had this out flying, but it does come with this really nice case. It's all internal, everything in there, as well as all your manuals are stored right here. Mavic Air flymore combo, and that is what I picked up, was the actual combo. The reason I did that is because it comes with extra batteries. And rather than trying to just use one battery, I know from my past history, I want to tell you guys, I am a beginner to the DJI platform. However, I have owned drones in the past. My last drone was this one right here. It's the Unique Q500, and I crashed it in a creek. It's why I ended up picking up the Mavic Air 2. So, with that being said, I do know a little bit about drones. Not a whole lot though. I am not a professional by any stretch of the imagination, but let's get into this. Now it's very nice on the outside. You can tell they put a lot of time and effort into it. It's also got this back zipper pouch. Zips really nicely. Tell it's good quality. Also has the top zipper pouch, plus a very comfortable strap. On the inside, let me kind of turn it inside out. You have the top zipper right here. This zipper compartment holds like your filters, your blades, like some of the charging accessories. Your main charger and batteries is stored right here. Your controller is stored right here. And your drone, if you can see it right there, there's a nice padded foam area here that holds your drone in place. All in all, very well designed. You can tell that they really did their research. I've carried it around now for a little bit. It seems to be very durable. And it doesn't seem to hinder anything in here. Like you don't feel like it's gonna break or smash or anything when you get into it. Now, this is the drone all folded up right out of the bag. So I'm gonna show you how we unfold that. Also, I wanted to show you some of the cool features. So here we go. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fold these top arms out. That's the very first thing we're gonna do. And then the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna fold these arms back.
And as you can see, it's got this awesome little cover there for your gimbal and camera. I'll go ahead and pop that off, and we just want to pull back on that just a little bit and lift it off, and it's ready to go. As you can see, the camera got all turned out and stuff, but it will correct itself. The next thing I want to show you is the sensors up top here. There's sensors in the back as well as on the bottom. That basically protects the drone from running into anything when you're doing your flights. It's a pretty cool feature. So like when you get like X amount of feet from an object, it will stop you in flight. Now we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna straighten out our blades. And the reason I always try and straighten these out on my own, I have had some issues. Centrifugal force should take over and straighten these out. However, I have had some issues with them not completely being straight and the drone running a little wonky. So with that being said, I always try and make sure I get them as straight as I can. Of course, they're not right now, but you guys get the gist. The other thing I wanted to show you, this is your battery. This is your battery pack for those of you who don't know. You hit that, it tells you you got 4 green lights. That means it's fully charged. If you had 2, it'd be halfway charged. That's your battery indicator right there. Also, these 2 tabs on the side, this is how you remove your battery right there like that. You'll match this up with that. I know it's basic, but I'm just showing you every single thing. Just slap it back down in there, make sure it clicks, and you're good to go. The thing that I forgot to show you right here is on the side here, you have your SD card slot. And this is where your SD card goes, even though it does have 8 gigabytes of internal storage space. So if you by chance happen to forget your card one day, you can still record, don't worry. The other thing that it has here is your USB-C or your Air 2 adapter. Now what that allows you to do is run a cord directly from your drone to your computer, and you'd be able to download photos or videos, or also you could charge directly from the side as well. So that's pretty awesome, to be honest.
This is the controller.
And I have to say, guys, I am really impressed. This controller here is amazing. Like the feel, the finish, everything. It's got a nice, good texture to it. Most drones controllers that I've held in the past have a real chancy, like plastic feel. Not this one. This one feels very durable, like it was made to last. The other thing that I really like about it is a little hefty, so it does have a good weight to it, but then on top of it, it's a little bulky, so my big meaty hands fit on it perfectly, and I love the toggles. If you want to pinch fly, you could also do that. One thing that I will say is a lot of people had a gripe about this DJI controller, because in the past, I guess DJI had went with a smaller controller and it was a little bit more portable. But for me, my old drone had a huge controller and there was nothing portable about it. So honestly, this is a good fit. This is small enough for me and I really love it. I will say that I do have a little bit of gripe because I do have big meaty hands and no fingernails. These toggle switches, when you first get the controller, they're stored right down in here. And I'm not going to push that all the way in, and there's reason for that. See how it's popping out a little bit? There's a reason why I am not going to push that all the way down in, because I don't have fingernails and it's a little hard to get out of there. Let's go ahead and talk some functionality. Before we get into that, let me show you the port. This is your charging port. It's a USB-C port. Takes a USB-C cord, and then you just plug that into a USB adapter and you're good to go. It's charging. Now this right here, these 4 dots, you hit the button, that's your charge indicator light. That's your LEDs. Your 4 LEDs let you know that it is completely charged. If you had 2 LEDs, it'd be halfway charged. You guys get the gist. The next thing I want to talk about that's very important, especially for you guys that are beginning, it will save you, I promise. This is your return to home function. Return to home function, basically when you hit this button, your drone is gonna stop whatever it's doing, return back to the place you took off from, which is amazing. So if you're out there, you get a little uncomfortable, maybe you're about to hit something, maybe you're about to, you're getting close, hit that return home button. If you get kind of nervous, hit it. It flies right back to where you took off from. Amazing feature. Love the return to home feature, especially if you're just starting out flying. Now the next thing I want to talk about is these buttons up here. This is your function button. Your function button is a customizable button. You can go in and customize it to do different things. However, I have not done that yet. So I'm not going to go into detail about this button. There are tons of other videos that will go into the detail about this. And I feel like this is more of an advanced step than for somebody who's just beginning. That's one reason I haven't done it yet. So there you go. This button here is your camera mode. So this is going to allow you to switch between photo and video. You hit that and it switches back and forth. Now that brings me to the next point, is once you switch over from that camera button, you hit it and say you want to go to video, you just hit this button to record, or you switch back to camera, hit this button to take a picture. This is your capture button. The other thing is your gimbal toggle right here. So right here is your gimbal control, and this is going to create your camera gimbal will go up and down. The faster you do this, the faster your gimbal goes up and down. The slower you do it, the slower your gimbal goes up and down. Pretty basic, guys, I know, but I just want to let you guys know, especially if you're new to this. Now this is your mode button. This is very important, especially for you beginners. Cine mode is going to be the slowest mode you can fly. That's going to be your tripod mode. The reason that is, it's going to give you those long static cinematic shots. I mean, it's going to be smooth and really slow. You've seen them a lot. This right here is your normal mode. Now normal mode is typically what I fly in, and I'll tell you why. Normal mode is when you're beginning or you're learning, normal mode is what you probably want to be in. It's just fast enough that it can make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it's not fast enough that you're going to go running into your neighbor's car or something. You know what I mean? No, but for real though, this is probably the best thing to learn in, because it's not too slow, but it's not too fast, and it allows you to get used to the controls and get used to flying a DJI if you've never flown one before. The great thing about DJI is they have in-flight stabilization. So like if you're going up, it'll stop as soon as I let off. If I keep going up, it'll keep going up. So that's your normal mode. So now we're going to switch over to sport. Sport is what you want to go if you are wanting to go super fast, like following cars, following fast moving objects. You'll throw it in sport mode. That's going to be your fastest mode on the DJI, and I don't recommend this for beginners, not at first. I recommend you get used to flying, get used to turning, awareness, that sort of thing before you switch this into sport mode. If you want to crash your drone really quick and you're a beginner, stick it in sport mode. That'll help. No, but for real guys, it does go pretty fast. Now it's not a race drone. It's not going to go 100 miles an hour, but it does get up there, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody who's just trying to learn how to fly. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is this right here. This is your monitor or camera holder. It's going to hold your monitor. I say camera, monitor. It's going to hold your monitor. Now on the back here, you see these two tabs, they actually pull out. And as you can see, this one has an iPhone adapter. I'll plug that right into the back of the control, and we're ready to go. I go into the app and we're good to go, but we'll go into that here in a minute. Overall, it's got a comfortable feel to it. I like the way it's not super spongy. It's a little spongy, but it's not bad. Overall, pretty good controller. Then the other cool thing is it comes with 3 batteries, the 1 battery with the drone. Okay, so let's talk about batteries. Something that I am really impressed with is that I got the flymore kit. Now when you get the flymore kit, you get 3 batteries. You get several chargers. Let me explain. So this charger right here is a 3-bank charger, as you can see. It's really simple. You plug your charger in here, plug your charging cable in there. 1 battery fits like that. Another battery fits right there like so. Another battery fits right there like so. Now, you plug this in and you'll start seeing an indicator light. These green battery indicator lights. If you see all 4 green battery indicator lights, it means that the batteries are fully charged. They don't need to be charged, they're good to go. If you see 1, 2, or 3, then yeah, I'd go ahead and charge it. The cool thing about this is when it starts to charge, you'll only see 1 of these 3 battery lights light up. You won't see all 3 like that, you'll only see 1. The reason that is because it's charging 1 battery at a time. Even though they're all 3 on here, I thought it charged them all at the same time, but it doesn't. It charges them 1 at a time. So don't get worried if you only see 1 green LED, because it'll start on 1, it'll skip to the next and to the next in succession. That's actually really cool. Now here's the thing, if you don't want to charge all 3, you're only needing to charge 1 battery. Check this out. Unplug these, unplug this, grab you a battery, fits on just like that. Now you're charging 1 battery, and it'll let you know when the lights go off. That means it's fully charged. Say you have a situation where you don't have any electricity. So let's get rid of that because we don't have any electricity. Say we have a power bank. we can run the power bank into one of these USB ports, plug our battery right there, and now we're charging with no electricity, just the power bank. That's pretty sick, guys. I just learned that not too long ago. I think that's awesome. The other thing that I really like about these, I didn't know this till just recently. My good buddy Northeast Bass Addict was talking to me. I was like, you know, I have a problem. They keep going down to 3 bars when I haven't charged them. He's like, yeah, that's because they have a safe storage mode, which probably should have read up about that, but they do. They have an actual safe storage mode that keeps the longevity of the batteries, which is actually really cool. Flight time's 34 minutes is what it says it'll do. I have had it up 30 minutes plus, so it's fairly spot on to what they're saying the batteries will do. It's right around 30 minutes. Now that's take into account, that's in normal flight mode. That's not in sport. So sport may run it down a little bit more because you're running a little harder, but I haven't tested that theory out yet. I will test it out soon and I will let you guys know. So they really have thought of absolutely everything. DJI, I give them credit. They really went above and beyond with all this.
Now the other thing that they did include, and I don't want to pull a ton of them out, but it comes with
10 total. Comes with these 4, the 4 you see on the drone, and then these other 2. So it technically comes with 10 propellers. Now when I first got this drone, I was looking for A and B, because typically how drones are set up, there's A propellers and B propellers. However, this drone is a little different. It's not set up by A and B, it's actually color coordinated. So you have your silver propeller and you have your black propeller. And how you know how they match up, let me show you. All you do is you hold the engine itself, press down on the controller, spin it out, and you see the silver markings and the silver on the top here. That's how you know it matches. So silver with silver, black with black, and then you just spin them and they fit right on. Same thing here. You just hold this, press it, spin it the opposite way, because it'll let you know which way they go. But there is no silver on that, as you can see on the sides there. There's no silver. There's black right there, black right here. So you're going to line it up with your actual engine there and then just turn it according. And that's how easy it is to set up these propellers.
They come with these 10 props. I keep the spare props up here, as well as another thing that it comes with. So this is really cool, and I thought this was amazing. It comes with its own ND filters, and I don't know if any of you out there have flown drones in the past, you know how valuable this is, especially during the middle of the day, especially over water. You really get a lot of glare. So it's got a 256, a 16, and I believe the middle is a 64. Now here is one thing that nobody showed me. On this actual gimbal, I had to look up videos to find this out, but on this gimbal, on this camera gimbal, and it's kind of hard to do, but you have to spin these sideways first. So you have to spin them at an angle, and if you want to take them off, to take the actual filter off, as you can see it's off, but you have to spin them to the side. Now me not being used to DJI products, I wasn't aware of that. Then to put them back on, you just put them on there and you click it over and it's set. So one thing you'll need to do is go into your Google Play Store or App Store, it doesn't matter. Search DJI Fly. Go ahead and search that. Once you find it, go ahead and click the download button and you're good to go. The next thing we're going to talk about here is the DJI Flymore app. And I'm just going to go ahead and go over stuff with you. I'm not going to fly this, but I just want to show you when you turn it on and you turn your drone on. As you can see, it is turned on. Done all that. Okay, now here we go. It's in mode. I'm not going to take off with this. If you want to record, you hit the red button. Just so you know, here's your battery indicator up here. It lets you know how much battery you have left. If you're recording in 4K 30, here's your timestamp. This is your GPS. And it's going to tell you your directions, your return home function, your fly function, your mode function up here. All in all, pretty cool system. DJI has really impressed me with this drone. The features, the functions, everything, the functionality, the ease of flying, there's nothing to be worried about. This is probably one of the easiest drones I've ever flown in my life. This is just a culmination of different clips on my recent excursions. I just wanted to show you how easy it was to fly. I will have a future video showing you more in detail how to fly this drone. But with that, check these clips out. I hope if this is something though that you're looking into, that it does make you feel at ease, and you're like, oh, okay, well, this guy didn't know what he's doing. As you can clearly tell, I don't know what I'm doing. Hopefully it helps you to get out there and be able to get this, and it gives you a new hobby or a new something you're able to do. With that being said though, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope this was informational. I hope it's a tool that will help you out in the future. And as always, make sure you hit that like button, the subscribe button, and share us out. Let people know if you're enjoying this video. Make sure it gets out there to people so that we can keep growing and keep progressing on this platform. With that being said, that's going to do it for today. So until the next adventure.